If your life feels out of control or like your focus kind of goes to all these different places every day, you have your phone, you've got school, you've got work, you've got kids, some people even got in 2026, there's so many places our focus goes. In your environment, my definition of an environment is the outside world around you that directly impacts the actions you're willing to take. That's all an environment really is. But what if I told you that environment is actually the best possible environment to build real and true consistency in the gym and in your mind? But there's a few things you first have to get over and learn before you can actually start to attack that. And if you haven't kind of gotten to that point, this video is for you. And what I'm going to coin this term as is environment maxing. Number one, rolls off the tongue. Number two, a lot of people like maxing. Everything's maxing these days. Environment maxing is something I've never heard, and I think it's a lot of things that people should actually work on, especially when it comes to what I'm going to talk about today. Without any long intro, let's get right into it. The first thing that I want you guys to understand, think of this as the prelude, the preface. That's going to be time. When I started working out in the gym, that is the number one thing that tripped me up. Time. And there's a few facets of time that I need you guys to understand. On one side, you got your schedule, the program that you want to kind of implement. How are you going to do that? When are you going to do that? That's one side. On the other side, which is more important, we have when. When. And you might be saying, Tanner, what does that mean? What do you mean when? Right? Like, of course, time, when, like, what do you mean? When, as in when is there a better time to start? I want to tell you guys one of the greatest quotes that I've ever heard in my life. One of the greatest quotes. And that's, there are 2 days that are good to plant a tree. In the best day, if you wanted to plant a tree, what day would that be? What would you automatically say? A lot of people say today. Okay. That's actually not the answer. The best day ever that you could have planted a tree is the day you were born. But the second best day is today. And I want to kind of tie that into something that I've experienced in my life, right? Because I'm not teaching other people's perspective. I'm teaching mine. That's why you guys watch my videos, from my perspective. When I first started trying to lift, I started and stopped. And basically what had happened is I had the inspiration to lift. I'd lift for a couple weeks. I'd stop. I'd lift for a month or two. I'd stop. And I never made, you'll never make any progress doing that. Like zero progress. It'll all go away as soon as you stop, right? It only changes when it becomes part of your identity. But one day I remember I said to myself, wow, 3 months ago I was lifting every day and I was doing that for about a month. And 2 months ago I stopped. If I would have just kept going, if I would have just pushed through those days that kind of got hard, imagine how I'd look right now 3 months later. I would look at my arm and be like, well, I don't have any gym progress. But then I also said, imagine the potential energy that's stored inside of me if I just didn't give up. And that's when the when comes in. I was waiting for the perfect time to start, till I had my workout program all ready to go, till I had the perfect amount of time in my day with work and school and this and that. I was waiting. And then in that moment, I was sitting in class, I remember thinking, there is no perfect time. If I would have just kept doing it, I'd be ahead of where I am now. So boom, when? The answer, now. Do it today. If you have time to go to the gym today, go. If you do not have time, make time. Go for 30 minutes. Do something. And imagine yourself in 3 months. How's your life going to change? How's the butterfly effect going to take place in your life if you were to pattern interrupt and go to the gym today? What would happen? Even if it's not perfect. By the way, you want to get perfect and you want to actually learn how to do it. I post every day. This is what I post about. This is my passion. If you want to book a call with me with specific questions, you want to, maybe talk about my program where I've gotten countless dudes in great shape, starting from nowhere, a lot of these guys. First link in the description. That's not what we're talking about. Number two is schedule. Your schedule. This is more your routine, right? Do you got time in the day? How much time are you going to take? I'm going to tell you guys exactly right now how much time you need to be in the gym and focused on your diet throughout the week. I'm going to tell you guys right now. So write this part down. And I make this super, super simple and easy to remember. I call it the 3x2x1x6 method. What does that mean? 3x2x1 does not represent hours or time. It represents energy. It represents mental focus combined with physical effort. It's a culmination of a ratio of what you have to focus on. And at the very beginning, it's going to be 3 parts diet, okay? 3 parts what you are eating, followed by 2 parts lifting. What you're lifting, when you're lifting, what time you're going to lift, and then the one being cardio. Cardio is very, very, very important. You could skip out on this cardio if you're already like super skinny, and if you already have visible abs, you're one of those like stick figures, go ahead. You could miss a few days of cardio. You should still do it. Do it light, just for your heart health, but you could skip that part. But the reason I have it as 3, 2, 1 is because your diet, number one, your diet it's like the fuel in your car. You could have a Lamborghini, right, that's out of gas versus a Chevy Cruze full of gas. Who's winning the race? Exactly. Bingo. Anybody who tells you anything different, tell them that analogy. You'll be right, they'll be wrong. Number 2 is going to be lifting, right? Okay, think about it this way. You got a little bit of gas in the system. Now you want the Lamborghini. Now the Chevy Cruze ain't looking so hot, okay? So that's when you got to start building yourself up. You got to put a turbocharger on the Chevy Cruze. Maybe you you put a new engine in the Chevy Cruze, you put a new transmission in there. Now you look it up. You upgrade a Chevy Cruze enough, you're competing with the best of them, okay? And eventually you turn yourself fully into that Lamborghini over time, okay? Or you turn yourself into your own version, your own unique version of something that's even better. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why you got to train, right? Not as much as you have to focus on your diet, and here's why. There is no homework when it comes to lifting in the gym. You lift in the gym, you go there, you exert all your energy, you go till failure, you have a good program that you figure out how to make, or you find somebody who makes it for you, whatever. But I have plenty of value to show you how to do all that stuff on my channel, so check me out if you'd like. And then you just go. You exert your energy there, you go home, you forget about it. Or if you're getting to the point where you love lifting, like me, by the way, I didn't used to. I trained myself to love it. You think about it fondly. You're like, oh man, what a great lift today, man. I can't wait to go tomorrow. Okay? Diet, on the other hand, going back to the 3, you're thinking about it. You're thinking about it, you're focusing on it. It's something you got to go to the grocery store, which if you don't know what to buy at the grocery store, I make grocery hauls all the time for cutting. You got to cook, you got to track your calories when you're going out to eat with your girl, or if you don't have a girl because you're a loser, just playing. But if you don't have a girl, or you're just going out to eat with whoever, you got to track your calories there, and you got to ask for substitutions. It kind of gets overwhelming if you don't know what you're doing. And if you've never done it before, it seems like a lot. It's not once you get into the flow, once you learn how to actually do it with some optimization. One going to be for cardio, because you have to do cardio in some way for your heart health, okay? People that say, oh, I don't believe in cardio, I don't do cardio, that's BS. You're doing cardio one way or the other. Walking to the fridge when you're 400 pounds, that's cardio for you. Okay, you don't do cardio, that's cardio, okay? Or another thing I like to say is like, you don't ever play basketball with your boys, you don't ever throw the gloves on with some homies and box, or you don't ever do this. Like, everybody does cardio. It's just a matter of doing it in a way you enjoy. Not everybody gets on a Stairmaster and sits there and drip sweat until they're, like, yeah, okay, sure. Like, there's a case for not doing that for muscle gaining reasons, but a little bit of riding your bike around, or the bike at the gym, or a little bit of a ab workout, kind of throw some cardio in there. Like, you're going to be doing cardio one way or the other. And by 6, I mean 6. And this is the part where a lot of people disagree, but I'm telling you, this is the way if you want to make optimal results. You do it 6 days per week. If you can't go 6 days per week, you got to adjust a little bit to kind of optimize for that, because you're not going to be making optimal results if you ain't going 6 days per week. And you don't have to be enhanced. You don't have to do PEDs to do that. Completely natural. I'm 100% completely natural, okay? 195 pounds lean right now. And I go 6 days per week. I am not overtraining. Because guess what? You got plenty of time to rest when you're sleeping at night, 8 hours a night. Plenty of time to rest to me, okay? Imagine if you ran a race one day, right? And you said, okay, I'm going to go take a break. And that break is 8 hours of snoozing, okay? That's plenty of rest to go back and do another one the next day. So don't tell me it's not. That's why when you're fueling your body, you're hitting good lifts, exerting your energy, you're doing a little bit of cardio to keep your heart health good, which, by the way, rebuilds your muscle, rebuilds your system better when it knows, how to pump blood better in your body. You do that 6 days a week. Come on. you're going to be looking pretty good in pretty little time. Now, there's one more thing I want to focus on. I know I said 12 minutes, but bear with me here because this last thing is primitive to your success. And then I'm going to send you guys out of here after that. I always spell friends wrong the first time, always. But I got it right this time. Hopefully, or I'm going to look like a jackass. It's going to be your friends. It's going to be the people you spend time with. The one thing I never understand is people say, oh yeah, you are like the 5 people you hang around the most. You kind of are some of those 5 people. But then they still hang out with people they do not want to be like. Or people necessarily, this is more important, they don't want to be like these people, but those people also don't want you to change because they would start to feel bad about themselves. And you're still going to hang around those people. Those people will kill your gym progress faster than any bad program, faster than any unfortunate situation, than any injury, than any diet plan. Bad friends will kill your workout because guess what? Your friends are always pulling you one way or the other. And if you have bad friends, they're either going to be pulling you back towards your old self or pushing you into their new bad habits. Okay? That's what a bad friend does. A good friend, think about you're like flipping this on its head. A good friend's going to be pulling you out of bad habits or pushing you into better ones. If you don't have friends who are, let's say, this is a physique-based video and a mindset-based video, who don't have a good mindset, who don't have a good physique, and you internalize that in the world because maybe they're not getting girls and they're lonely dudes and, their value's low, frankly, because if their value wasn't low, they'd probably have a pretty hot girlfriend by now. Or their physique isn't where it should be. They got a beer gut. Every time you go out with them, you're just grouped into this, lumped into this group that's holding you back and brainwashing you and killing your belief system. What do we know that I teach on my channel? Beliefs, actions, and drive will get you a passion to anything. If you have bad friends, you're never going to build the correct beliefs. Because as soon as you say something like, yeah, I think I'm going to try to put on 20 pounds of muscle this month, I promise you the first thing they're going to say is, well, that's not possible. Or well, okay, yeah, okay, dude, like that's, all right, who do you think you are, And maybe they'll be supportive at first, but try to do it. Actually make some progress and see what they're acting like. See how they kind of change up a little bit. They kind of switch up on you a little bit. Like they talk to each other like, hey, you notice so-and-so's tan has been different lately? Yeah, I've been there. Trust me, you got to cut that stuff. Ain't going to work long term. So you fix your time, you fix your friends, you fix your environment, you environment max. Okay, we're getting trendy with it now, all right? That's how you start to clear up your life. You start to clear everything up. And that's when you start to hit the gym every day and it doesn't suck, pretty much. Or you kind of eat healthy for a few days and you're not craving bad food. Or you actually make some progress in your life and just stuff starts to come to you. This is what the law of attraction really is. It's cleaning up your environment and letting these vibrations, these signals kind of come to you. It's almost like a cell phone with aluminum foil around it. I don't know if you knew, but you won't get any service if you wrap aluminum foil around your cell phone. You're kind of just tearing pieces off of that till eventually you got your cell phone and all this signal that can, use Wi-Fi and all this. I'm not a big tech guy, so bear with me. Can reach the phone. And then you have success in your life because you're getting these thoughts, these signals, these vibrations. And then your environment's good on top of that. You got a schedule on top of that. Think how fast your life would change if you just listen to what I said in this video. That's why I'm saying people who sell these personal training things will never tell you this for free because they don't want you to know this for free because you can do it without them. And I'm saying that as a coach who has clients, who makes money off of my clients. I'm not afraid to admit it, right? That's what I'm saying. If you guys want more of this, subscribe to my channel. I post every day. Maximize your environment for success in any endeavor of your life. I appreciate all you guys for watching. Good luck. God bless. We really appreciate you for watching, you for getting in here. If you want to know my personal life, you want to see what I'm doing on the daily, I got a trip to LA coming up. We're going to see how to stay healthy for that. Travel vlogs, what we're reading, just cool stuff like that, man. You want to get a glimpse into my life. So my life is cool too, not just my physique. Instagram in the description, second link. Book a call with me in the first if you want. Appreciate you guys for watching. Apply this knowledge. Get out of here.